Steve, were you able to check in with Steph after the game?
Yeah.
How is he?
He's doing okay. He said it was, I think he used the word mild or moderate. He's obviously sprained that ankle many times before, so he doesn't think it's too bad, but obviously, it's a concern. He's going to get an MRI tonight.
What were the conversations between you and Steph and you and the training staff between the first time that he tweaked it and then before sending him back out?
I didn't have any conversations. When the training staff needs to tell me something, they come and tell me something. So I didn't talk to him.
What'd you think of, I guess, how you guys climbed back and then what went wrong late?
I loved our fight. I thought Loon came in and just lit a fire under us. I thought that was the first time the whole night that we really competed at both ends. I thought, Clippers came in, and I give them a lot of credit. They were great defensively, forced a lot of turnovers, really got into us. And we didn't handle the pressure very well, turned it over way too many times. We've got to understand it's most games are, like this. Like they're going to come down to a handful of possessions, and if you give 10 possessions away, it's going to be really hard to win. And I thought we gave 10 possessions away.
Steve, what did you think of your closing five pods, Buddy, Looney, J.K., Wiggins, and their fight at the end?
Yeah, they did a great job of, I think we got it to within one, if I'm not mistaken. We had our chances. They hit a couple big shots, and, they deserved to win that game. If we had been able to come back and win, it would have been fantastic. But the right team won, the way they competed, and especially coming off a back-to-back, being in Denver yesterday. The Clippers were fantastic, and we were not.
Can I check if I missed something? Did Draymond have a tweak? He wasn't part of your closing five?
No, we just went with the group that was, playing well.
Steve, if Steph isn't able to go, who do you turn to offensively?
I don't know. We'll see. I mean, Wiggs is off to a great start and had a big night tonight. He's an obvious candidate to, get the ball to more. But we've got a deep team. We've talked about it. So we've got a lot of guys who can play. We'll be ready.
Steve, you guys had some trouble inside with Zubac, and is this size and just what are the ways you can kind of combat that?
Zubac is a hell of a player. He's gotten better and better. 23 and 17 tonight. Every time they needed a bucket, they seemed to get one from him. So, there's ways you can try to combat it. You can double team. You can try to deny him the ball in the post. But a lot of the stuff he got was, loose balls. Playing off of Harden and Powell, and just finishing. He did a great job.
Oh, Steve, obviously things change from game to game. What's your level of commitment to the 12-man thing? Is that more just a short-term kind of experiment?
Well, tonight it was 11, really, because, I only went to Kyle for 4 minutes, and he was amazing the second half on the bench, leading everybody, talking to guys. That's what you have to have if you're going to do this and play a lot of people. Everyone's got to be on board, and I couldn't have been more impressed by Kyle's professionalism, and but every game's going to be a little different. And like I said the other night, when we win, I think somebody texted me. It's like, hey, 12 guys, it's a real democracy. And I said, as soon as we lose, it's going to be communism. So that's the truth. It's just the results dictate. The judgment, and that's the business we're in. So I've got to do what I think is best for our team, and generally speaking, that changes throughout the year in an 82-game season. So we have to be ready to adapt. But I like the commitment that the guys have made.
Steve, you brought up the turnovers. I think it was 21 turnovers, 19 assists. What got in the way after the ball movement really humming the first 2 games?
Well, number one, their defense. Clippers were great defensively, but we got really loose with the ball, and we made some careless plays. And they're a very athletic team, very well coached, and so they were in spots to bother us. And but like I said, I thought there were about 10 possessions of unforced turnovers, and that's on all of us. Me too, and myself included, to make sure we're executing and getting our work in to be able to execute under duress.
So it was pretty clear that Buddy was in boldface on the scouting report. I mean, they were all over him, and he didn't really get a break until Steph came in and joined him. Is that something you anticipated, that maybe when that happens, putting him with Steph kind of breaks up the opposing defense a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, they're going to be a great combination. Buddy, this was the first tough shooting night Buddy has had. Even in the preseason, I think he was lights out. So there's going to be nights where the ball doesn't go in, but Buddy's going to finish a lot of games for us, and obviously Steph will finish, any close game. So they'll be together quite a bit.
A lot of Kuminga shots right now are kind of, threes or mid-range. Like, what do you need from him, or what do you guys need to do to kind of unlock particularly some of his downhill stuff, at the rim stuff?
Yeah, I mean, it's last year we obviously played smaller with J.K. at the 4 and Draymond at the 5, and so he had a lot more space. And this year we're obviously trying to play bigger, which puts him at the 3, but it's not a great spacing lineup. So we've got to, we've got to execute better in the half court, especially against a great defense like the Clippers have. And that's on us to put in the work. And as we do that, I'm sure he'll come around. His shot will come around. He shot it great, in the preseason, and we know he's very capable.
Coach, you went to the 12 men in the first half. You didn't play Kyle in the second half. Do you think that's a pattern that might emerge? This is the first close game, obviously, that you've had, to where you might play 12 in the first and then kind of see what's working and narrow it down.
It's definitely easier to play 12 in the first and see where the game is. So maybe that happens, but maybe we play like we did in Utah and Portland and all 12 play. Who knows?
Steve, how much do you like the Andrew Wiggins aggressive? He attacked ring, he was area.
Yeah, he was great. Wiggs had a big night. Loved his confidence, his aggressiveness. He's feeling good about his game. Really prepared himself well this summer, and he's going to have a big year. Thanks.
Hey, Gary. What was your perspective of Steph and rolling his ankle, and just your thoughts of that play and what his loss could mean for you guys?
Shake my head. Hate to have it, especially have it with him, but we'll be all right. We'll figure it out. We were adjusted early, so hopefully he doesn't miss too many. But, we got to figure it out, find out a way to pick up on these slow starts.
Have you gotten a chance to talk to him at all since the play?
I have not.
What do you think went wrong tonight?
I think they just played harder than us. Came out, they're on a back-to-back. They didn't look like they was on a back end of a back-to-back. We did. So, we just got to come out and punch first instead of getting punched.
What about their defense was so difficult to execute against? I know you guys had a lot of turnovers.
Yeah, we just careless passes, not being available. Got to just get available for Steph and them and make it easier. But we had uncharacteristic turnover night.
Hey, Gary. Are you seeing a difference in Wiggins' demeanor and play with practice, or is this just something that's kind of been there the whole time for him?
No, yeah, he's just being Wiggs. Went through a lot last year, and he's just starting to clear up everything, and have a clear mind. So that's Andrew Wiggins for you.
The 11 and 12 man rotation that Kerr has been going with so far, the first 3 games. What do you think of that? And does that change kind of the mood and style of the team?
I kind of like it. Keeps everybody fresh. Somebody's not going, we got another guy to come in and get going. If somebody's hot, Steve would probably rock with him or rock with that unit. But we just didn't hit shots tonight, and we had too many turnovers.
You keep guys on their toes more when going to turn like that?
I don't think so. You know, it's just you gotta stay ready. You never know what direction he might go in. We got 12 guys, so it could be anybody. Danny.
Sorry. Just follow up on that, on Scott's question. Staying on your toes, I mean, the way Steve has been playing it, it's like 12 guys play early in the first half, and then he goes from there. Does that add pressure on you to perform, knowing that, hey, like maybe if I mess up in the first half, I might not play as much in the second half?
Absolutely not.
What made their defense so tough tonight, just with the turnovers?
A lot of them was careless mistakes on our part. Just having to slow down, make the right play, and just put effort into the details, the small things.
Gary said that they out-hustled you. They had more energy than you guys. Do you agree with that?
It was times in the game where we definitely felt dead out there, and they did have energy. So that could have had something to do with it.
What did you make of what Wiggins did tonight, and what have you seen from him behind the scenes?
That's the player Wiggs is. You know, I've been seeing him since I got here. He can knock those shots down. He can get to a spot. He can score the basketball and play both ways. So I was happy to see him do what he does. That's what he be doing in the one. So.
Hey, Moses, what was your perspective on the plays where Steph was kind of dealing with his ankle? And, I mean, what's going through your head as you see that going on?
He didn't look like he was like a time where something serious going on. You know, he walked on it. He said he didn't go in the back for a while. And he stayed on the bench doing his ankle stuff, so I was confident in him.
Who has to, kind of step up and score if he does have to miss time? Like, how do you guys? I mean, he's Steph Curry, right? How do you make up for that?
I mean, you don't replace Steph Curry, but we do have a deep team, so that's what the numbers are for. Just having to be able to put on everybody, take on a little bit of what he does, and hopefully we can amount to close to it.
You got to close a little bit tonight. You came in, I think, with a minute or two left. How much does it mean to you to know that the coaching staff trusts you to play in a spot like that?
It's good to be on the floor when decision time, for sure. So just being able to have the opportunity to be out there and play at that time definitely is a good thing.